Bath, Kitchen, and Lighting Gallery, powered by Electrolux.
Welcome back. The super popular meal delivery service Blue Apron is out with something that we think home cooks are going to love. The brand new Blue Apron Cookbook features 165 delicious recipes with their signature step-by-step cooking instructions. You cannot go wrong. Here to show us what it's all about, please welcome Blue Apron chef John Adler. It's good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
You have shortbread, so you're the best guest of the week, except for our dogs earlier today.
They were pretty adorable.
You don't want to follow animals. Tell us about Blue Apron for people who haven't used the service.
So Blue Apron is an online meal kit service. We deliver farm fresh ingredients straight to your door every week with anywhere from 2 to 3 original recipes created by our entire culinary team. And we hope that what we are doing on a weekly basis is helping people fall in love with cooking again.
People love it because it's already portioned. You don't end up with stuff you bought at the store that you've got too much of and now you don't need it anymore. Simple instructions. So I presume that you've passed a lot of that into the cookbook, right?
Yes.
Making it really easy.
The cookbook is designed to help people succeed regardless of their skill level in the kitchen and regardless of really their experience cooking from cookbooks. There are some people who don't cook from cookbooks. There are some people who do cook from cookbooks. This is a cookbook that levels the playing field for everyone.
That's great.
And I really do believe that everyone who encounters this cookbook will find it incredibly easy to use.
And I was thinking about it as a gift. If you've got young people in your life who you need to kind of get out of the fast food joints and into cooking, this is a great way to get started.
For sure.
So what are we making today?
So today we're making braised chicken with lemongrass, ginger, and coconut milk. Lemongrass is one of our favorite ingredients here at Blue Apron. And one of the things that I think some people find intimidating by it is that you got this big stalk, and really what we're going for is this little center tender piece. And all you have to do is you cut through the end here, you cut off the top here, and then you just kind of peel it away. And once you peel away these layers, you get to this. And at this point, it's incredibly tender and it's very easy to slice.
Look at you go.
So what we have here is we've got some chicken pieces browning in a pan. These have been seasoned with salt and pepper already. And anyone who's familiar with Blue Apron knows that one of our principles is season as you go. So your food, you're always layering flavor. So we're browning the chicken to develop a really nice depth of flavor from the skin. We're using bone-in chicken to give it a bit of richness. So as this chicken browns, we just turn it. It browns for a few minutes. You don't have to go crazy turning it. But what you want is that nice, beautiful browned fond in the pan. And that's just, a lot of people know that as drippings. So
yes, which are delicious.
Which are delicious, and they really are key to developing flavor and to layering flavor. So you just take your chicken out of the pan.
Alrighty.
And we're going to transfer it to a plate because we're coming back to it very quickly. And here we have aromatics. So our lemongrass from before.
Oh, wow.
We have a little bit of garlic, ginger, and white bottoms of scallions. And we're just going to cook all of this for about a minute or two. And really what we're going for is just a nice, sweet,
I'm going to try to turn this back on so you can stop the beeping here.
And so that's, this is just a really nice way to build a base of flavor. You can see it's just starting to sizzle. We're going to season this with a teaspoon of salt. Salt helps draw out the moisture, and it helps the food actually release its flavor. So as this sizzles, you just want to give it a little bit of a stir. And all I'm doing is I'm just scraping along the bottom of the pan to get all those brown bits up.
Get the flavor out of that.
You really want to make sure that those brown bits get pulled up.
Can everybody smell that? I'm hoping I smell like this the rest of the day. That's delicious.
Now, once these have cooked for about a minute, I'm going to add in red curry paste.
Okay.
So curry paste is something you can find on most of your grocery store shelves. It has galangal in it. It has ginger. It has lemongrass. There's also some dried or fresh chilies, depending upon the curry paste. And with curry paste, you really want to make sure that you cook it in fat for a little while. So in this case, the oil that we were browning the chicken in, just to really bloom out the aromas.
Okay. So, and we learn about these things in the cookbook, right?
Entirely.
All of these little steps that make things better.
The thing about the cookbook is that the cookbook allows us to go just really in depth about step-by-step cooking, which is the same thing we get to do in our recipe cards. And it's all about creating a product that people can learn from. That's one of our core values is lifelong learning, and we as chefs are always learning, and we hope that people who are cooking with us at home are always learning as well.
Plus, we're always trying to discover some new flavors and maybe something we haven't eaten before. There's some unusual items to choose from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is for people who look at food as something that they want to explore. This is something that I think they will find really exciting. And for people who are familiar with exotic foods or foods from, they're familiar with more foreign cuisines, this is going to be something that they can achieve at home really easily.
That's great.
So once this starts to cook out, we're just going to take our chicken pieces,
put them back
in the pan.
And so what's the magicness that's in here?
So that's coconut milk.
Oh, I knew it.
Full fat coconut milk. You can buy it at any grocery store. Coconut milk does have a tendency to separate, which is why I have a whisk in there. And just give it a quick whisk.
Okay.
Pour in our coconut milk and just pour it over everything.
And that just kind of levels out the chili paste, and you're all just...
Yep, and it gives it a lot of
yumminess.
Richness. And then a little bit of water, because as the coconut milk comes to a simmer, it could separate. And the water helps stabilize that. We're just going to turn the heat up on this, and it's going to come up to a simmer. Once it comes up to a simmer, so we start seeing all those little bubbles, we're going to turn it down to low and let it go for about 45 minutes to an hour. And what happens in that time is the chicken obviously cooks through, but it gets really tender. It takes on all those flavors of the curry paste and aroma. And after that, we get to here.
Ta-da!
And so here we have beautiful braised chicken. And at this stage in the game, I really like serving this just alongside rice. A little bit of steamed jasmine rice.
Oh my goodness.
We've garnished it with the green tops of our scallions.
Right over here.
And so you just you have a bowl, you take your chicken pieces, and you place them in there. Make sure you get some, we have some extra sauce on the side, but
oh my goodness. You know the stuff coming out of the pan is the best stuff in the world.
And then a little bit of fresh cilantro, just for really aromatic pops of flavor, just like that.
That is beautiful.
A wedge of lime and a little bit of crunchy salt.
Yeah. Tell us about some of the other dishes that you have here. This one looks wonderful on the parchment.
So that's fish and papillote, fish cooked in a parchment little packet. We steam it with tomatoes and fennel, a little bit of butter and white wine, some fresh thyme, and we like to put that over grains when we steam it, so it absorbs all those really intense flavors of the fish and of the wine and everything.
And then, of course, I identified the cookies right off the top, but tell us about those.
So this is my favorite dessert in the world. It is, they're shortbread cookies, really buttery and delicate and light with a lemon curd that is, I will say, like truly, if this could be the last dessert I ever have on this planet, and I would be very happy.
That would be the one, right?
That might be the one.
I think it's pecan pie for me, but I haven't tried the lemon curd yet, so we'll try that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really wonderful. Everyone in today's studio audience is going home with a copy of the new Blue Apron Cookbook. Wait, plus 2 weeks of free Blue Apron meals, you guys.
Oh, yeah!
That's incredible. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We're really
you
excited.
so much. Still ahead, Medicare enrollment is underway, and we've got new information for people who've been waiting to sign up. We're back after this. Isn't that exciting?